Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Boink Studios, and check us out on boinkstudios.com, where you can see all of our projects, past, present, and future. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy Show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. We're back once again here on Facebook Live. Glad you are with us. We're also recording today. The show will post on YouTube and is always available on boinkstudios.com. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. This is episode number 158. And yes, we're moving right along here on Facebook Live. I want to thank everyone for joining us here, of course, and for coming back each and every week. Much thanks to Heidi Ryan and the whole crew at Wrestling Rumors for giving us this platform. We do greatly appreciate it. So episode number 157 was the open forum Q&A. We had a no-holds-barred convo about everything under the sun in the world of pro wrestling, and man, was it fun. I love those shows. They're crazy good, and I love getting your feedback. But now we're on to a new week and a big event to talk about. Don't pull your hair out, because actually it wasn't half bad, and we've seen worse, right? Everybody? Okay, this time the main event is WWE Crown Jewel. I got all that said with some watering in the mouth. I don't have any idea why. It's like Pavlov rung the bell and your boy is frothing at the mouth. I don't know what just happened. Anyway, welcome to the show. For those of you who've been listening for the past 6 years and counting, oh my God, thank you so much. For those of you who've been listening for the past 60 seconds, thank you oh so much. It's awesome to have everybody here. Everybody from top to bottom, we do greatly appreciate it. As always, listen to the show, subscribe to the show at iTunes, Google Play, and iHeartRadio, and watching the show live on Facebook, Wrestling Rumors, most every Friday, live at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Wrestling Rumors Facebook Live. You can hear the planes. You hear that? They're coming. They're coming to get me. But until they land, I'm bursting here with the tactical gear on. I'm going to do my show. How's that sound? I don't know who's showing up. Like the Shield? The AOP, I don't know. Contra? I don't know. Who knows? What's going on, folks? Christopher called it blood money. Yeah, well, I referred to Crown Jewel as blood money. I think that's what they should rename the pay-per-view. Braun Strowman and Tyson Fury match I found very boring. We're going to get into all that, Earl. I'm glad you brought that up, Earl. Will says, hot, stinky garbage. Why do you put show in red? You're talking about the match between Rollins and The Fiend, yes? The red lights, my friend, are good for the district, but not as good for the match. That's a really weird play on words. But yeah, I'm not real up on the red lights either. I think it was a unnecessary touch. Don't know why they continue doing that. It's like the Kane thing. But did Kane ever work in the red light? I'll have to go back and look that up. I'm not sure. Alma's calling it hot garbage. Yeah, Chris, the plane reference. Good job on that. Supposedly the latest on this situation. If you guys don't know, there's several top stars in WWE who were supposed to be back in time for SmackDown Live tonight, Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. Supposedly, they were stuck in Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Something about Vince McMahon ticked someone off. And I'm like, if you're going to tick someone off, maybe the Saudi Arabian government, not such a good idea. Okay? Of all the enemies you could make on the planet, they're probably not the ones you want to make. I'm just throwing it out there to you. So, not that happened. It's all hearsay right now. It's all coming from sources that maybe are not exactly 100% reliable. We don't really know the cause of all this yet. But so the latest on this situation is that supposedly there's another plane that's arrived, and they are supposedly in the air right now. I don't know if that's true or not. I have no way of knowing that. We'll keep you updated as soon as we know something, and we'll try to keep you updated. So there you go. There's your update on that. Yeah, Michael, thank you for that. Yeah, Kane, the red light and stuff. So Angie says, I did get emotional during the Natty and Lacey match. Listen, Angie, thank you for your comment. I think it's an important deal. We're going to talk about that. Do you say no to the show that you got? No, the show's still here, James. I do have a new position with the floor seats, Pro Wrestling Content Manager. And it's a bit more work for me, but I embrace it. We're trying to move the page in the right direction. By the way, the fact that I'm on one page's website or Facebook page pushing another page don't misunderstand me here. Please, by all means, patronize WrestlingRumors.net. They're a fantastic website. I've been there for a while now. I'm enjoying myself. Hope you enjoy the content. Please feel free to give feedback. Please begin coming back to this page. Keep coming back to this page. Again, it's greatly appreciated. However, as you're clicking along and after you visited Wrestling Rumors and read the stuff from your boy, hop on over to the Floor Seat as well, floorseat.com. We are a part of the Sports Daily, which has been around for quite a long time now. So, yeah, there you go. So please patronize the Floor Seat as well. Again, it would be greatly appreciated, as always. I suddenly have lost the page here on Facebook. Bear with me for 2 seconds until I try to find where the heck I am right now. Where am I? I'm floating around here somewhere. Trust me when I tell you that. So, can you guys still see me? It's really weird. Sometimes we have technical issues here on the show, and it's enough to just make you want to hit somebody square in the face. Not that I would ever resort to violence, understand, but sometimes. Yeah. I know what happens. Someone threw a picture up or a GIF up, and it screwed up my screen. It's all good. No worries. So, you guys want to jump into the main events? Which match you want to talk about first? Someone just mentioned Tyson Fury. Here's why I was okay. Yes, I said it. Listen, everyone out there throwing shade at Crown Jewel, I get it. I do refer to that event as blood money. I think WWE has no business going to Saudi. It's not my company. I have no money invested in it. I don't work for them. Well, it's for me to say. But you guys know how I feel about it. I believe it is blood money. I believe it is hot garbage, the entire concept. However, if we have to deal with it, if you're a fan and you want to watch and you're going to watch anyway, try to make the best of it. You can't change the politics of this. None of us can. I can hate it all day long and I can disagree with it, but I'm going to deal with the matches in front of me. Have the matches from Crown Jewel always been good? Not at all. This wasn't a terrible show. I'm sorry. I'm reading hate and I'm hearing hate about, Tyson Fury and Strowman was hot garbage. Can I ask you guys something? And be honest with me. What'd you expect? Did you expect Tyson Fury to come in and have the match of a lifetime? Did you expect him to come in and look like a natural on his first time out? Did you expect him to come in and attack the mat like Kurt Angle? Did you expect him to come in and run the ropes like Barry Windham? Did you really think all that was going to happen? Here's what we were hoping for Tyson Fury. We're hoping for, please God, don't let this be embarrassing. No disrespect to Tyson. He's an outsider who got trained for like this amount of time to do an 8-minute match. And yes, they went 8 minutes. What did you expect? What did you think was going to happen? From my perspective, I just didn't want it to look ridiculous. And I'm sorry if you guys hated it. It's all good with me. I don't think it looked ridiculous. I thought Tyson was supposed to look like an MMA trained guy who was trying his hand at pro wrestling. And sorry, not MMA trained. I'm getting him mixed up with Velasquez. He's a heavyweight boxing champion who's not a pro wrestler, who's going to get in the ring and attempt to meet a pro wrestler on his own stage, on his own terms. And guess what? I think Tyson Fury more than just played his role. He didn't do too much. He didn't do too little. I thought he did just right. I'm not saying it was perfect. I'm not saying he looked great. I'm not saying he's natural. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it's time for him to jump from the world of boxing to pro wrestling. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying to you is I don't think it's the train wreck a lot of people thought it was going to be. That's just my opinion. I don't think that's the case at all. Can't believe it. You're talking about to Fury, right? No, Fury didn't. Fury won. You're talking about Velasquez. I'm talking about Fury right now, man. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Tim. A decent match. What was the best part of Strowman versus Tyson Fury? I'll answer for you. The intro. Because you know what I thought the second it was happening? That song, It's Your Thing, was playing. And Braun's is in the ring like, what's going on? And then it led into Tyson in the get-up. And I'm like, this is Rocky 4. This is Rocky 4, what I'm watching. This is Apollo Creed coming out to fight Ivan Drago in Rocky 4. Remember? That's what this is. This is Mr. Showtime fighting the sinister, serious fighter. He's all business. He's going to kill somebody. And here comes Apollo dancing with the top hat with James Brown and the girls singing and dancing. That's what that intro last night was. I thought it was perfect. And I know that they came up with that. Someone in the back said, I'm thinking Rocky 4. I'm thinking Ivan versus Apollo. It's perfect. The intro is the best part of the whole thing. And Tyson, I think Tyson was great. He's great in that, where he's like, sort of, his set of mind games is not punching you in the mouth, but just, I'm showboating. I don't care about you. I got this. And it gets in your head. And I think that's what that was last night. I think we saw Rocky IV last night. There you go. See, I'm sure it wasn't just me. I'm not saying it was a 5-star match. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm not even suggesting that at all. All I'm saying to you is that it wasn't the train wreck I thought it was going to be. Yes, he looked awkward. Yes, he should have looked awkward. He's not a pro wrestler. Be fair. If Strowman stepped into a boxing ring, he'd look awkward. Sorry, it's the truth. So no, I was definitely okay with that. It is what it is. If you had to have the match, they insisted on having the match. Tyson had the match for the right reasons, by the way. I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't care. It's fine. I'm not going to throw any hate at it. I really can't. I thought I would. I thought I'd hate it. I didn't hate it at all. Just goes to show you that we don't always know everything going in. We think we do, but a lot of times we really don't. Our opinions can be changed. You know what I mean? Based on the outcome of the thing itself. I thought it was fine. I didn't see any issue to give any hate to it. Chris says he gets sports entertainment for sure. Anybody with the issue of last night wasn't Fury. It was the Kane Brock match after rubbish after the build-up. Tyson held his own. Thank you, Barry. All right, guys, you want to go ahead and jump to Kane versus Brock? Usually we go on the card from like bottom to top. Let's just do this. Kane versus Brock lasted 2.04 minutes. 2 minutes, 4.04, 2 minutes, 4 seconds. I timed it. Yeah, so it's what I do. The build-up. People talking about the build-up. Let me tell you, and brace yourself. Brace yourself. Here's why I didn't hate this. Oh my God, perish the thought. Tom's not going to hate stuff today. I got a reason for that. November 1st is a great day in the Clark household, and I'll tell you why later. Oh, don't ask me. I'll tell you later. And everybody's saying it sucked. No, it wasn't 3 minutes. It was 2, Wilf. No, it was 2 minutes, 0.04 seconds. I timed it. So, okay, and everyone's saying hot garbage. Here's my thing. Excuse me. Take away the tap out. If the tap out never happened, the tap out didn't happen, and they went 8 minutes, and it was a different ending. You see what I'm saying? All right, put it this way. Based on what we saw, take out the tap out. Did you hate it? Just be honest. Did you hate it up to the tap out? I'm just asking. Someone hit me with that. Sandy's right. Kane has a knee injury. Don't know how bad it is. His left knee had quite a substantial, extra padding, extra brace on it. You could tell. He wasn't limping around or anything. But, man, I'm like choked up today. Somebody hit me. Tell me what you think here. Pardon me. We go live, baby. Live with that net, Jack. You didn't think it happened. You know what I mean? Kane didn't do anything. Jim, you're right. You're right. There should have been more. There should have been more. But here's the thing, Jim, and for everybody out there watching. I didn't hate what he did do. Should he have done more? Yes. Should it have been more? Yes. I didn't hate what they did do. I'm sorry, I didn't. I thought, remove yourself as a pro wrestling fan for a second. Just remove yourself, okay? And just imagine that you're watching this as an outsider looking in. In the ring, you have 2 former UFC guys. One who's a trained professional wrestler, one who is not. How would those 2 guys approach each other in the ring? Now, Kane is trained, I'm saying, but the casual viewer doesn't know that. The casual viewer doesn't know that he's already had a few matches under his belt and trained in Mexico. They don't know that about Kane, all right? All they know is he's a former UFC champion, stepped into the world WWE. So what did they see last night? They saw an MMA guy try to fight a pro wrestler on his own terms. And the pro wrestler, who has had training in both sports, waiting for his time to pounce. Brock didn't make any mistakes. He didn't do anything stupid. He didn't dominate the match at all. Okay? He let Kane come to him. Yes? And Kane came to him on his terms, and Brock waited him out to see what he was capable of and see what he could do. And when he had the opportunity, he pounced. If you're looking at it from a psychological standpoint, I was fine with the match. I was. Did I expect more? No, it's WWE. I didn't expect anything. Get it straight. I don't expect anything from this company. You guys shouldn't either. I know it's hard. I get it. Please lower your expectations with WWE. No disrespect. I always say no disrespect. People take it wrong. I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying temper your expectations with this company, folks, because they're going to let you down. For sure. They'll always let you down in the end. They will. I'm sorry. I didn't expect anything. I thought what I got was okay. I wasn't in love with it. Could they have done more? Yes. Kane's knee injury supposedly is playing a factor in this. It is what it is. Go back and watch Kane's matches he's already wrestled outside of WWE. He wrestles a luchador style match, a lucha libre style match. Folks, he's 239 pounds. 6'1", 239 pounds. He's heavyweight champion UFC. He's got no business being able to do Hurricane Ranas. Guess what, Enziguris? Guess what? He did them. He's done them. The guy works a lucha libre style. That's not what he was allowed to do last night. I got a piece that I posted today. Was it today? Yeah, I posted it today on Wrestling Rumors. Go read it. It's fun to read. Reading is fundamental, okay? So yeah, go check it out. I thought it was a build for Kane to come back stronger later on for revenge. They gave what I didn't expect, but loved at the end of the night. I was expect the worst. Yeah, WWE buried Kofi at the same time for SmackDown. Yeah. Yeah, buried Kofi in order to get Brock and Kane, and then Jim, I get it. I'm not gonna argue with you, bro. I totally get where you're coming from. I'm totally fine with that viewpoint. I think you make complete sense, for sure. I'm not gonna crap on that at all. I think you're right. Yeah. Tim says Brock wins, sets up a rubber match. Fox wanted Brock to retain, in my opinion. What's up, Gary? What's up, man? Gary's hanging out with us today, folks. We are in the process, and I broke the news last week, I think, or a week before, I think it was, about starting up, working with a new pro wrestling company behind the scenes. That thing is still a work in progress. We're going to have news for you very soon. You need to check out, there's a teaser video on my social media. Go check it out. Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, we're going to make a huge announcement. You guys, please stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome. Don't forget it, please. Barry says Brock has nothing scheduled until the Rumble. Don't forget fall back. Yeah, no, change time tomorrow night. See Ray versus Lesnar. Hey, what's up, Lance? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Thank you, Alicia. Cactus, baby. Bang, bang. Let's see. Expecting too much as it is, just enjoy it. Mark, I didn't say enjoy it. Mark, back up, dude. You're right. Don't expect too much. I didn't say enjoy it. It's hard to enjoy. I got to be honest with you. How about, to your point, how about enjoy what you can get out of it that you like? Because for a lot of us, it's hard to enjoy WWE as a whole. A whole show, it's hard to enjoy it. Because, man, they take something so simple as get from point A to point B. They change that. It's like getting GPS directions for like a 2-mile drive. And it takes you through an entirely different town around the backside to get into the other way for 2 miles. 2 miles ends up being 100 miles. You see what I'm saying? That's their booking. All you had to do is get from here to here. And they take every detour, every rest stop, every possible wrong turn along the way before you actually get there. And sometimes you never even get there. That's WWE, baby. That's how they roll. Amber says, Brock's a joke. Say it to his face, Amber. Why don't you? See what happens. I'm just playing. What's up? What's up, Troy? What's going on? Survivor Series should be good. Christopher, to your point, Survivor Series, I would say, don't quote me on this, but I'm thinking Team Lesnar versus Team Velasquez. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll be dead wrong. I don't see a Team Fiend versus Team Lesnar, do you? I don't see that happening. All right? We can talk about that. Danny says it is what it is, yeah. No, Jamel. Jamel, bite your tongue clean out of your head. Please, no new titles. Well, I mean, the Fiend's going to end up going back to Raw, or they're going to switch and put Brock on Raw, which I don't know. I thought they wanted Brock on SmackDown, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, that's what we all thought, right? Jay said, I had no problem with who they picked between the women to have the first match in Saudi. Yeah, a lot of people complained about that as well. Both titles not. Yeah, they're on SmackDown, Tony, but that will change soon. Maybe as of tonight. What's up, Darren? What's going on? Lance, do you think there will be a show tonight on Fox? Yes, there's going to be a show, Lance, regardless. They'll figure it out. They'll piece it together with duct tape and popsicle sticks. They'll do what they have to do. Whether or not the plane gets back in time, I don't know. Larry says AEW show in their real deal. A couple years, AEW believe have another show. Maybe let's be sure we get Dynamite up and running first and make it as successful as possible. They got to do that first, man. I'm going to AEW next week with the boy. They're going to be live in Charlotte, and I will be there with the boy. It's going to be awesome. We'll post pics and all that stuff. It'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So someone just mentioned the ladies match. Let's go and listen. By the way, we could jump back and forth to these matches anytime you want to. So let's talk about this for a bit. Lacey Evans versus Natalya Neidhart at Crown Jewel. The first time two women have ever performed live in the country. Not the city. Not the town. Not the fairgrounds. Not the Coliseum. Not the stadium. Not the Armory. Not the Legion Hall. The first time in the entire freaking country. Pro wrestling's been around for 100 years? Longer than 100 years? Longer? It's 2019. What's the problem here? What's the issue? You guys know what the issue is. You guys know what the issue is. And I'm telling you right now, I vented on this before. I'll try not to vent today. I have no hate towards the people of Saudi Arabia. None. The issue I have is with the government of that country. Backwards, old-fashioned, prehistoric way of thinking. I'm sorry. You know, you don't get to pick your wife by clubbing her over the head like a caveman and pulling her by the hair of the head. I'm not saying they're doing it. I'm just saying, comparison here. It's crap. It's BS. You don't do that. You don't disrespect women. Women are forced to cover up. Covered up. Natty and Lacey were covered up. From head to toe. They had everything but gloves and masks on, for God's sake. It looked like a luchador match. T-shirts over black leather. Pleather. Whatever it is. Now, here's the thing. How are you guys feeling about the ladies' match? Somebody hit me. Somebody hit me with this. Okay, Ian. All right, it's their religion. All right. Ian's right. The religion versus the issue of the government. The Saudi Arabian government is guilty of a lot of crimes. Okay? Period. Jamal Khashoggi, the journalist that was killed last year, the CIA has come out and said that his assassination was ordered by the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. If no one has a problem with that, then that's a problem in and of itself. The government is guilty of all sorts of crimes against the people of that country. Then there's the religion part of that country. And I'm going to tell you something. More wars have been fought in the name of religion on this planet than anything else. More wars have been fought over religion than money, than food, than land. Religion, baby. Let's pray to this, whatever we're praying to, and let's go kill anybody that doesn't agree with us. Sorry. I know the rant thing drives people crazy sometimes. Some of you find it entertaining. I don't do the show to rant. This is not Tom's soapbox time, but you asked me, I'm giving my answer. You're right. The religion thing is, again, here's what I'll say to you is what I said to you a few minutes ago. It's 2019. It doesn't mean you have to change. It doesn't mean you have to change the way you believe. It does mean you need to evolve. There's an Old Testament and a New Testament, Jack. You hear me? You see what I'm saying? Evolve. I mean, you see what I mean? Evolve or die, right? You're going to die anyway. You're going to die unhappy. Come on. Evolve, man. Evolution. See what I'm saying? Now, listen. This coming from the pampered white guy in the Western civilized world. Okay? At the end of the day, they're going to look at me and say, who the heck are you to tell me how to live? I get it. I totally get it. But man, you can spend a lot of your days hating everybody around you that looks different, that prays different, that speaks different, that lives different, that, relates with different people and has relationships with different people. All you want to. But at the time of, when it's time for you to shuffle off this mortal coil, what if you see what I'm saying? You spent your whole life hating. And then guess what? Game over, lights out, you're done. You could have spent time enjoying poetry, reading a book, going for a walk outside, holding your kid's hand, throwing the ball to him. Nope, spent all that time hating people because they didn't believe or look or act or feel or think the way you did. That's all about that. I'm ranting about religion. My apologies on that. Mike says stop talking about religion on your little wrestling show. Mike's throwing hate. What's up, Mike? Have you ever watched the show before? Mike's got an opinion. He wants everybody to know it, that Tom shouldn't talk about religion. God forbid, Mike. Tom has an opinion. Guess what, my man? This is my podcast. This is Tom Clark's main event. If you would like to have a main event, feel free to get you one. Okay? There you go, baby. Let's get back to wrestling. We don't want Mike to be upset anymore. Is everybody cool with that? I'm giving you grief, Mike. It's okay. It's okay. So, Wes says, come on, Tom. They allow women to drive cars. Oh, wait, that was just last year. The women were extremely emotional. They should be. It was a massive moment for them. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. WWE has created this this aura. They've created this narrative. That's the word. WWE has created this narrative that this is a major moment for women, not just in that company, but in that country. That this is why you should care about it. And they made sure to shoot the little girls in the crowd and the kids who enjoyed it. And the men who were cheering. And guess what? That's awesome. That's perfectly great. I have no issue with that at all. None of it, okay? But they have created this narrative that, listen, we waited. And we fought the hate, and we fought the criticism, and we fought everyone that said we were going for the wrong reasons. And it was just a cash grab, and we did the right thing. And guess what? Look what happened. Look what happened. We've made it. We did it, guys. Now, here's the thing. Either you're going to buy into that narrative and you're going to appreciate what the women did, or you're going to see that narrative and see straight through it and say, this is a cash grab. They're trying to make us feel better about it because two women were allowed to step into the ring. Allowed to step in the ring and work each other. You see what I'm saying? So I guess that at the end of the day, the question is, which side of the fence do you fall on? Do you come down on the opinion of, man, this was a monumental, historic night for the business and for that country? Or do you come down on the opinion of, WWE just made a whole bunch of money last night. Oh my God, so much money, they're rolling in it. I can't answer that for you. Only you can answer that. I'm not here to tell you what to believe, folks. Believe it or not, it's entirely up to you what you think about it. What's your opinions on it? I'd love to know. Christopher says it was just a cash grab. How about the first ever women's war games? Jason, I love that topic. I love that idea. I think that was going to come eventually, but I think AEW has made them step their game up, maybe do it sooner than perhaps they wanted to, but that's just my take on it. Anthony says 70-30 cash grab. That's fair. If you look beyond the camera shots, you'd see a lot of women who were not looking happy. Ooh, Wes, good call, man. I didn't even realize. It makes me want to go back and watch it now. Mike says, I'm not throwing hate at my friend. Yes, I've been listening to your show for a while. I used to believe I listen to your show for wrestling. Mike, bro, hey, Mike, dude, we are so good right now. You and I are great, man. No worries at all. And listen, dude, thank you for watching my show. No disrespect, man. I appreciate you being on board. It means a lot to me. Thank you much. And listen, I totally get what you're coming from. But, Mike, you need to know that sometimes we go off script here on the show. Sometimes we don't read the promo that Vince McMahon handed to us, and we just go off script. We try to rein it back in. But again, thank you for watching, man. Listen, any comments or feedback any of you want to give, I don't care if they're negative. I don't care if they're critical. It's perfectly fine. I get fired up. It's all good, man. I got no hate toward anybody here. Believe that, okay? It's all good. It's all good. Thank you. And keep watching, man. Just hang out, dude. Hang out. Don't split. Let's see. Angie says someone threw a water ball at Natty when she was walking down the ramp. Holy God, did I miss that? I totally missed that. First of all, disrespectful. Second, to throw something at a woman. Really? Now, if you ask a female wrestler in this country, especially who's running heel, that's trying to get hate, if you ask any heels, you know what they're going to tell you? Throw it. Don't hurt me. Don't knock me out. Don't cut me, but throw it. Right? It's all about getting heat, Jack. It's all about... Yeah, but in that situation last night, what are you doing? What? You're going to throw something at the woman that traveled thousands of miles away from her home, her family, her friends, the people who love and care about her, and by the way, the relative safety of where she lives, to come all the way to your country, who already doesn't have a very high opinion of people of her kind to begin with, okay? And you're going to throw something at her? That's... Really? I don't know. Just saying. Let's see. A tag team tournament match for the best in the world was complete trash. Jason, I'm not going to disagree with you and say I loved it. But I'll tell you this. That crowd was into it. I mean, a lot of stars in that match. Listen, if this were a United States pay-per-view here in America, that show would have been... It's already being laughed off the air by a lot of people. I get it. But I don't think it would be getting anywhere near positive comments that it's getting today from a lot of people, for sure. Speaking of promos, what about Finn Balor's great promo in NXT? Shane, Finn is automatic. If anyone doesn't believe that Finn can't be a credible heel and all they know is what happened on NXT the past 2 weeks, go back and watch the Bullet Club, the origins of the Bullet Club. Kevin Kelly's got a great series of videos on New Japan on their YouTube channel. Please go check it out. Great series of like behind the scenes docs that you can piece them together, watch them in order. And he's done one on Finn Balor and the rise of the Bullet Club. There's a whole thing on the rise of the Bullet Club and the beginnings and all that. It's great stuff. If you're not educated about it, go educate yourself. It's excellent. Jamel says, I did appreciate the crowd last night. I did too. That crowd was all about it, for sure. Yeah, he was excellent in JPW. Jim says, how great is Cesaro? Very underappreciated, and Mansoor keeps getting better. Probably the best match of the show. It was really good. Jim, can I say something about Mansoor? Mansoor? Don't take this wrong. I don't want anybody to take this wrong. Did it feel like Mansoor was actually, maybe I'm crazy, as he's in the ring and he's celebrating the win, right? And he's like, I don't know. It almost felt like, now listen, Mansoor, when you win, you got to say this. Everybody, all right, where's the thing? Type it up, print it. All right, listen, read this. Memorize it before you go out there and then read it. Is that unfair? Is that just me being unfair and being all like that? Is that what it is? Having said that, I do agree with you, man. He's good talent. I think he's got potential. I'm just saying I was kind of disconnected. And I kept thinking, I'm glad this cat's getting these moments in his home country, but let's move him along here. I'm not saying get him the title tomorrow. Don't get me wrong. But like maybe next few times you see him on TV, he doesn't lose that much. I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting too much too soon. And maybe that's a silly thing of me to do. Humberto Carrillo versus AJ Styles was an excellent match. It was an excellent match for sure. I like Carrillo, and boy, you talk about strapping a rocket, as Edge Christian would say, rocket strappers. Humberto Carrillo is gonna be a big deal. Okay, dude, he faced the champ Seth Rollins, and then AJ Styles the next week, and then at the freaking event, AJ again. Shut up. Who's he got next? Roman? Who's next, man? I love it. That kid, first of all, that kid's pretty. I mean, for real. He's a pretty kid, right? But God, he's exceptional. He moves. He's so fluid. That thing he does where he comes off the top with that, where he's got that arm drag off the top rope, and he hangs in the air like Jordan on the way to the net. Dude, the hang time off that move is... You're watching it going, it's like the Matrix. He just hangs there. You can count the amount of time this cat's hanging in the air. Is that the craziest thing you've ever seen? Athletic. Now, there's no disputing that the young cats of today have the athleticism. But for old school fans like myself, you know what we're looking for? Give me the storytelling. I'm not saying he doesn't have it. That'll come in time. You learn that you have the natural athleticism and learn the game first. Learn the physical aspects of the game first. Then you learn the mental aspects and learn how to tell stories. That'll come next. I'm anxious to see when all that comes together. Expect the Fiend will win the new. Yeah. So you guys want to move on from that? Korea's from Mexico? Isn't he? I guess. Isn't he? Somebody look that up for me. Jay says Bray going to Raw or staying on SmackDown. I would think that he's going to go to Raw, Jason, and then they'll keep Brock on SmackDown. That's my guess. I like Humberto as well. Yeah. He's going to be amazing as long as Vince doesn't screw it up. Buried from your lips to the ears of God, my friend. Yep, Shane, the War Games match with the women is going to be great. I'm looking forward to that for sure. Monterrey, Mexico. Thank you, Danny. Carrillo has the it factor as long as he throws away the Power Ranger gear. Well, you know what? Look what Ricochet wore last night. Ricochet's like, I'm a superhero. See? I got a costume and everything. Hoy. There again, WWE takes a good idea and just, it's like having your favorite meal. You know what I mean? Like, you see, here's your steak. You know, it's a beautiful ribeye. It's gorgeous. It's medium. Okay? It's pink in the middle. It's juicy. You cut it, the juice is flowing out on the plate. You're like, it's going to be the best steak ever. And the chef comes on and says, here's 20 more steaks for you. And just starts piling them on the plate. You got like big, you know what I mean? You're like, I can't. It's too much steak, man. Right? It's too much. That's what WWE does, man. They take a great idea, a good idea, and they say, well, that's what it worked. It worked, then let's do it a whole lot more. So that's kind of how they roll. You guys know that. Captain America. Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, this, and Christopher, thank you for the anime comment. Like the Kenny Omega and the Bucks and stuff. I appreciate video games. I grew up playing video games as well. You know who the last true nerds are on the planet that are still looked down upon? Listen, the comic book geeks have inherited the earth. Holler at your boy. The pro wrestling geeks have become mainstream. Again, holler at your boy. But the video game nerds that are out there that cosplay as their favorite video game characters, they're like the last group left. That even guys like me are like, dude, are you serious? Dude, maybe it's time to not do that anymore. That's a little ridiculous. Maybe stop dressing like that. I'm just saying. I know that's throwing shade. I don't mean to be like that. I just think it's funny. The Fiend's Tyler Run on Halloween. Luke, great. Luke, shut up, Luke. Luke Hickman just won the no prize for the week. Luke, it's in the mail. It's on the way. Check your mail, baby. Thank you, Luke. Did anyone point out in the commentary last night that it was Halloween? Did anyone even point that out? That Bray Wyatt won the title on Halloween? Was that even talked about? Like, I knew it was Halloween. Isn't that crazy? I knew it was Halloween. And, like, I totally get it. Like, we took my kid trick-or-treating last night, right? But Bray, the Fiend, wins the title. Man, Luke, that was awesome. Well done. Yeah, Bray's lantern was not lit up. Yeah. You know what? $10 says they were told him he couldn't light it up because it was too grotesque or something. Yeah. I see. Seth will turn heel, go to SmackDown, and team up with Roman. Bray goes to Raw and gets the wife. I don't see Seth turning heel because I think WWE is just way crazy obsessed with keeping him babyface like they are Roman. I don't think you're going to see a heel turn. Shane said Dustin Rhodes goes on, but Jericho's group reminded me of Dustin. Oh, thank you, Shane. I had the exact same thing when they busted his hand in the car door. I said, "That's Dusty. That's the old man right there. It's perfect." I tweeted that out the moment it happened when I was watching AEW. Good call. Tim says Fiend match was great. All right, listen, let's get to it. Main event, Jack. Let's just roll. The Fiend becomes new WWE Universal Champion, defeated the Beast Slayer, Seth Rollins, at Crown Jewels. Tim says the Fiend match was great. Go ahead and attack me what needed to happen. Can't wait to see Firefly Funhouse. All right, so to Tim's point, here's what we had. We had the dumpster fire that was the main event of Hell in a Cell. Is a complete dumpster fire. Okay? Absolute dumpster fire. It was ridiculous. Between Rollins and Bray Wyatt. Total hot garbage, baby. Steaming dumpster full of it. How are you supposed to rescue that? How are you supposed to fix that? If you're WWE and you shovel these two guys under 10 tons of garbage, how are you supposed to dig them out now? You did it to them. They do it themselves. You did it to them. What are they supposed to do now? They're supposed to go off script and do what they want to do? Nah. The only way to dig them out is to just keep going. Just freaking finish the thing. Just get it over with. What else are you going to do? You're either going to pull the plug or you're going to see it through. Well, they saw it through. They did the only thing they could do is give the title to Bray. What else could they do last night? What else could they really do? Good point. What else could they? They couldn't do anything else. Who hated that match? Who loved it? Jason says that Michael Myers' moment at the end where we were all thinking they were going to have him disappear and do another no contest. They did it at the right time. Did it right this time. It was good. Yeah. Jason says, I was sad to see that Seth lost the championship. You just don't know how happy I am. Jason's a happy man today, folks. How many curb stops did Bray take? Was it 9? Wilf, was that 9? He took 15 at the last one. Hell in a Cell. Legit. It was like 9. I don't know. Maybe I'm. That's too low. Luke says it was great storytelling. Reminded me of the old days of WWF. To be honest, whoever wrote this, give him a raise for real. Yeah. I don't know. 9. There you go. I still think the Hell in a Cell thing was too much. When you book a guy as being unstoppable, who's going to stop him? Case in point, Brock Lesnar. Brock loses in key moments when it's advantageous for the company. Not because they're trying to hand the torch to the next guy. Not because Brock's time has come. It's because it's advantageous for the next round of booking for that particular superstar. That's why Seth beat him. Seth beat him twice. And the second time Seth beat him, he beat him clean. No distraction, no unfair advantage, no Brock had a previous injury, no Brock took a crotch shot. I mean, Seth flat out pinned him 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. That's a big deal. You know what I mean? They've made their statement about Seth Rollins. They can't take that back now. No matter what happens with Seth from this point on, can't take back the fact that WWE has a massive love affair with this guy and loves him so much. Clean win over Brock Lesnar, no questions asked. Twice, folks. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. See? So, yeah. Seth is better as a heel anyway. Looking forward to see what is next for Seth. I am too. Let's see what goes on. Rebecca says, saddest pay-per-view in a long while. Some good, but mostly blah. Rebecca, I appreciate your opinion. I'm sitting here. It sounds like I'm putting the event over. It wasn't the best show I've ever seen. I'm picking out the stuff that I enjoyed about it, and we're talking about the stuff that maybe I didn't love too awful much and seeing what you think. TJ said the only way I see him beat is the Bray ego gets him beat. Yeah. You have sort of the id and the ego here, don't you? Good call. You have split personality. We're like, Bray seems like he's aware of what the Fiend is doing because he knows. It's like split personality, multiple personality disorder. Easy for me to say. And so like he's aware of what he's doing, but like he's helpless to stop it. He can't do anything to stop it. It's just going to happen. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I think the downfall of this gimmick eventually, maybe not anytime soon, hopefully, will be the moment that the Fiend is about to do something dastardly, like hit a woman. Seriously. And like hit a woman with something major. And then at the last second, he stops and you see him hesitate. And then all of a sudden he takes his mask off and he just looks at it. And then looks at his arms and his body as if to say, oh my God, what's happening? I can totally picture that. And I think Bray can totally pull that off. Now, once that happens, you are through the looking glass, yes? And then everything changes. I don't think it needs to happen anytime soon. That's just me. Jason says, you think Seth be him male enthusiast. Like him, but I don't. Hey, it's your opinion, man. It's all good. Husky Harris. Yeah, you're right. Nothing about Sister Abigail that I heard or that I've heard along the way. Nothing that I know of, for sure. I think they're done with that, man. Sure. He will lose in a triple threat match where he doesn't get pinned. Yeah, that'd be a way to protect him, Michael. You're right about that. It'd be a way to protect him. The Fiend versus Bray. Wouldn't that be like, was it Vince and, who was it? Was it Vince and Shane versus Shawn and God? Remember that? Where they just put a spotlight in the corner where God was supposed to be like, this is the same company, folks. The same company. They gave you stuff you wanted to see last night with The Fiend. The same company that gave you God tagging with Shawn Michaels and Vince in a church blaspheming God. That was fun stuff, right? That's Vince, baby. That's WWE. Keith says The Fiend will probably burn out quickly, but hope they can have the character evolve into something more than just a monster. I agree with that. Adam Cole's taking the job of Survivor Series to protect the other two. Jason, you could be right about that for sure. If someone else plays The Fiend, Lance says, ooh, that's different. They could play the switch, right? Might be a train wreck, but I see it. See one run scream with Seth through Bray into the barricade. No, I didn't see that. That's great stuff. I love when the crowd gets involved and gets emotional like that. Undertaker versus Undertaker. You're right about that. Man, was that bad. Holy cow. You know, to be fair, they were asking a lot. I'm trying to remember the cat's name that worked Taker. Brian... oh, God. What was his name? Someone help me out here. Who faced Taker? Who was the Dark Undertaker? Brian, he was in the Motorcycle Gang, Disciples of Apocalypse. It was Brian, give me his name, somebody. Look it up for me. Can't remember his name. He was in Smoky Mountain Wrestling as well. No, not Brian Adams. No. Brian Lee. That's it. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason. Brian Lee. Yep. Yeah, he was shorter than Taker, remember? And like, as a kid, you're trying to be into that, and you're like, it's 200 Takers. He's short. He's too short. You're asking a lot of Brian Lee to come in and play a legend at, you know what I mean? That's asking a lot. So, yeah. We think it would do better. I think they'll move the champs around. That's what I think. Let's see. Yep. I saw the quotes from Bray. I wrote a piece about that for sure. David's back. Made a full recovery from knee replacement. David, what's up? Was it your left side? They worked the left side, brother? Is that what happened? Got to work the left side. That's how we do it here in the States. So, yeah. David had the gimmick. The Horseman took him down. Now he's back. Welcome back. You think Taker's next opponent is Father Time, Wilf? That's mean. I'm sorry. Is Brian Cage coming to WWE? Well, he did lose the Impact World title to Sami Callihan. Holy vey. I think Brian Cage, in my opinion, is suited for AEW. I think if he goes to WWE, he will just become another big jacked up muscle guy who doesn't really do much. I like him. Don't misunderstand me here. But, I'm just trying to be real with you. It's just kind of how I see it. I think he'd be a good fit for AEW. Yeah, Solomon Crow. Yeah, you're right. So, let's see. When Taker went missing years and years ago, I saw Taker or Brian walk through a mall in North Carolina as The Undertaker. Wow, really? That's cool. Different, but cool. So, let's see. Let's go down through the list here. What else have we got? We've talked about a lot of stuff, man. Have we talked about all the matches? I think we did. Man, that was quick. We talked about the whole match, the whole card, man. That's awesome. And it's, what, is it almost 1 o'clock? Shut the front door. Are you kidding me right now? Man, it threw by when I vent and rage and rant about stuff. But it says, what did you think of Asuka and Kairi Sane turn on Paige? Love it, love it, love it. I love that they are so awkward and they're so silly and stupid goofy. They're not even clever. And here's the key. I don't know if this is the intention, but I love it. You know what it feels like to me? It feels like a bizarre Japanese anime, doesn't it? Where it's like, does someone find this funny? Dude, that's what it feels like. And I gotta be honest with you, I think it works. The laugh that they do, and it's obvious that Kairi Sane is faking the laugh. Here's the thing. I always preach about a talent embracing the gimmick, fully living it. Case in point, Bray Wyatt. Embrace the gimmick. Become the gimmick. Become the character. Make me believe. So you would think that I would hate on this. I don't. I love it. I love that the laughs are fake. That they're forcing themselves to laugh. They're yammering at each other in Japanese. I love it. It's different. It's fresh. They're in their own little world. Let me tell you something about a character that's in his or her own little world. It doesn't matter what you do from the outside world. You can't affect them. Velveteen Dream, Bray Wyatt, give me some Eugene. And I know those are odd comparisons to throw up side by side like that. But, when you have characters like that, Brodus Clay, roll with me here. You have characters who are in their own little world and they're like sort of entertaining themselves and they have the thing that they're doing and that's their thing. And everybody around them is sort of around them, not in their bubble. To me, that's the best gimmicks because you can either hate on it or love on it. They're going to still be who they are. So you can't really affect them too awful much. And I got a prediction for you. The Kabuki Warriors, though I hate the name, it should have been the Kabuki Girls because it's perfect. That stuff's going to get over. It's going to get over. You're going to see them get over. It may take some time. Dude, they're fun. I'm sorry. I love it. I think it's great. That's just me too. Kevin Sullivan. Thank you, Robbie. Good one. Matt Riddle. Yeah, to a certain extent, I guess. I guess you could say that. Yeah. He's just not outlandish. He's not bizarre. He's not, you see what I'm saying? I get where you're coming from. Yeah, Jamel, I'm with you. I love the Japanese. I love it. Yeah. When a guy, like last night, Ray he's on the TV right now, cutting the promo backstage, and he starts speaking Spanish. I'm like, I get it. You do know you're in Saudi Arabia, right? Like the people watching at home who speak Spanish are getting this, but they didn't translate or anything. And I'm like, why are you doing this? It's weird. But when Kabuki and Kari speak Japanese to each other and to the guy, they're laughing. Ha 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 ha. It's so ridiculously stupid. To me, I love that. That's the character that's getting over. You know what I mean? That's them working toward, we don't really care what you think. This doesn't concern you. That kind of thing. It's very looking down their nose at people. Like mocking people. I love that. I'm digging it, man. Imperium. Thank you, Sandy. God, I love me some Imperium. That's some of the most fun stuff I've seen in a long time. I love those cats. Walter, shut up. Love it. You kidding me? Want to see Sasha Bailey versus Asuka and Kari. I think it's coming. But see, I think they want Kari and Asuka to be heel right now. So it wouldn't be a good move at the moment. But I'm with you. I'd like to see it. Would Undisputed Era be another War Games match? I wouldn't be surprised, for sure. I want to see Sasha and Bailey. You already got, sorry. Dustin when he was in WWE. Thank you, Bit. Bit, I left out a great example. Goldust. There's another one. Goldust. Exotic Adrian Street. Thank you, Bit. Great examples of talents over the years who have been in their little bubble. And the outside world doesn't really have a lot of impact on them because they are who they are and they're living the gimmick. They're living that life. They're living that personality for sure from head to toe. Loves to say to me, AJ, to me, Impact is like the... Hi. My cat's here, by the way. To me, Impact is like the very bottom of the wrestling pit. Hey, man, you're entitled to your own opinion. I watched Impact's debut on Access TV and I actually wrote a piece about it with their full results piece the other night that you can check out on thefloorseat.com, by the way. I didn't hate the show. I don't like a lot of stuff they do. I don't care for men versus women in the ring. It's just my thoughts. Tessa Blanchard came out after Sam Callahan won the world title from Brian Cage, and I'm like, I don't really care about this. Come on. I got company, folks. It's another sidekick. He say hello to the camera. If you're just listening to the show, you're missing my pet. This is Tiny, everyone. I don't think Tiny's ever appeared on the show before. How are you, Cat? He's not as loud and boisterous as the boy, but he's here nevertheless. So, Tessa Blanchard, AEW, does she join her dad? Barry, I think it's entirely possible. But I still hold that you'll see her in WWE first because they want to pair her up with Charlotte. That's what I think. I think that's coming. Let's see, what else we got? What else you guys got right now for me? Let's see. No, I've not. I got to get caught up on being the Elite, Lance. I do have to get caught up. I haven't watched it in a while. I'd like to. I just got to get around to it. I got so much to watch, man. So much stuff I watch on a daily basis now. I'm not complaining. I freaking love it. Lots of stuff to write about. Lots of stuff to watch. So, yeah. Jeff, we talked about Tony Storm last week. I think Tony's dealing with an injury. Tennille Dashwood is... Where is Tennille at now? Is she back in Ring of Honor? No, she's not Ring of Honor. Is she in AEW? Someone help me out here. She's bounced everywhere. I can't remember where she's even at now. Of course, James, we've been talking all about the show today, man. You've missed out. First at War Games match should be good. No news on Punk. There's never any news on Punk. It's only the news that he makes it or pretends to make. No news on Morrison. It feels like they're waiting. I don't know what the frick they're waiting for, man. I don't know who they're waiting for. He's not going to come in and challenge Brock. So who's he going to challenge? Wyatt? I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. She's an Impact Wrestling. Thank you, Jason. That's right. She had the interview, and I just said I covered the show. Yeah, she had the interview the other night. Yeah. God, she's been all over the place, She's been everywhere. It's crazy. She was in Ring of Honor for like a cup of coffee and then just disappeared. She was with Lifeblood, right? I don't know what the deal with her is. I have no idea. Love Hangman Page. We need more cowboy gimmick wrestlers. If you're an old school fan like I am, Shane, I'm sure NWA guy, right? Of course. Dusty, Barry, Black Bart. Yeah. Thanks you, Barry, for hanging out, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nothing on Lars Sullivan. Boy, there's a blast from the past, the very recent past. Lars just went away. Had that injury, just went away, man. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. I'd like to see him come back. Lars Sullivan versus The Fiend. How's that hit you? That'd be different, right? Assuming Lars can work. We've seen good and bad from that dude. We'll see. Do I think Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar will happen? Maybe. I think it's a safer bet right now that Bobby Lashley versus Cain Velasquez could happen. I see that happening. I think it'd be a perfect match. Elias, Keith, don't care. Sorry. No offense to Elias. He's just not my cup of tea. I've never been sold on the gimmick. I'm not sold on him in the ring. No offense. It's just he's not one of my favorites. I'm not saying I have a list of favorites, but when I see him, I don't believe. You have to make me believe. I got to feel it. If I'm not feeling it, you're not going to get much love from me. No offense. No disrespect, as I always like to say here. I'm not feeling it, man. I don't know. I know he's trying. I know he's putting forth the effort. It's a terrible gimmick, in my opinion. It's just how I see it. I'm not feeling it. It's news about all these NXT people saying they've been lied to by WWE. That, Christopher, that's news to me. When did that come out? Has that been recently, like today or yesterday or something? Okay, so Danny wants to talk about the ACH Jordan Miles controversy. You guys saw the shirt, right? Thank you about the shirt. All right. The shirt's blackface. No matter how you slice it, no matter who signed off on it, no matter who said yes to it, I know they don't mean it to be. I don't think they meant it to be. Don't know anyone's intention because I wasn't there and I'm not them. The shirt's blackface. That's how I feel. It's jet black shirt. No gray, no red. It's jet black. And it looks like a white man's interpretation of what a black man would look like. It's blackface. Period. It's tasteless. It's in poor class. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think they even realized it. But I'll tell you this. I don't think I would have realized it had Jordan Miles not said it. And then once he said it, I said, oh God, that's blackface. Now, here's the deal. WWE claims that he signed off on it. They didn't really apologize. They just claimed he signed off on it. Jordan Miles lost his mind on social media. He went crazy trying to rally like a great big uprising against WWE for this racially motivated shirt. There's fault to be had on WWE's part. I'm telling you right now, that shirt had to get by a lot of people, in my opinion, I guess, before it went to the point of there being a picture of it. Sorry. Am I crazy? Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. But I believe it went past several pairs of eyes, and none of those pairs of eyes saw that. He saw it. What matters is that he saw it. Now, again, they claim that he approved it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it... Oh, so Chip says the shirt comes in multicolor. I did not know that. Well, then that might be different. That might be different. I don't know. It's crazy, though. I like the poor man's honky tonk. And honky tonk was a poor man's honky tonk as well. Darren says NWO coming to AEW. No, they don't need the NWO. You talking about the actual NWO? First of all, they can't do that. The name's copyrighted. But they have the Inner Circle. That's all they need. The great heel faction. And also what he said about RH. Yeah, for sure, Danny. He took a shot at Jay Lethal. Like, he made it. So here's the deal. He had a valid point and a valid argument and a valid reason to be upset. And by the end of all that, people were shining the spotlight back on him, which is, I'm sure, not what he intended to happen. For better or worse, he put all the focus on himself instead of the focus being on the original complaint, which was the t-shirt. So take that for what it is. I'm sure he didn't mean to go that far, but he knew what he was typing. He knew what he was furiously doing with his thumbs on his phone. He knew all of that. He's not stupid. He was creating a stir. And you see what I mean? Wherever his motivations are, they're his motivations alone, not mine or yours. But I'm just saying, you have to know at some point that you're constant. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't care. Maybe that was the whole point. I've never heard nothing about the Usos. Jason's so late. Jason, you're so late. The show's almost over. It's told by Sandy in Germany that they've already experienced the time change, which means they're already an hour early. Not here in the States. That changes for us tomorrow night. Were the women told to wrestle gentle? Tim, thank you for the question. I believe they were probably coached, yeah. I think they were coached to not be vicious and violent. You notice Lacey didn't do that strut. And she did the little hey thing with the flip of the hair and stuff, but she didn't go all out. They had on very little makeup. Their hair was like, like ponytails and stuff, and very, neighbor next door kind of look. I'm sure all that was done by design, as well as their in-ring style. They were smiling throughout the match. She was smiling. They smiled at each other, shook hands. She helped her up. They embraced. It was almost like WWE's way of saying, here's this match, guys. We did it. We got the women in the ring. But they're not really wrestling. They don't really hate each other. See, they're best friends. Shh. It was very on the nose, that match. There again, if you want to have it, if you want to have that narrative of we're breaking new ground, this is important, you get it in the ring however you can, right? You make it happen however you can, right? I guess. That's what they wanted. That's what they got. No, I didn't say. The crowd knew who she was. I'm guessing it's the Crown Prince's wife, but don't quote me on that. I don't know if that's true or not, or whoever it's supposed to be. Do you watch? Do you ever watch this talk? I do. It's on YouTube, man. It's great. James, sure, sure, no problem. No, I don't. I've seen it, but I'm not very familiar with the guys running it or anything. We talked about Orton and AEW last week, the possibility, but I don't know. Brad says, you say hot garbage like Stephanie parades around about anti-bullying. Vince McMahon, one of the biggest bullies around. Brad, I know. You're right, man. The whole anti-bullying, the Be a Star campaign is such a weird thing for a pro wrestling company when a heel is supposed to be a bully, right? It's weird. But, here's what I like in that, too, whether you agree with what they do or not. My kid is 11. My kid has been told as early as he could understand speech. And he started watching pro wrestling with me. He was taught very early, Wesley, and that's my kid's name, by the way, what you're seeing is not real. These two men do not hate each other. Doesn't mean they're best friends, but it doesn't mean they hate each other either. They are trying to protect each other in this match. What you're seeing, they are cooperating and they're working together. Now, did that ruin it for him? No. He still enjoys it. We're going to AEW next week. We've been to a bunch of shows together. He freaking loves it. He has a blast. I need my kid to know it's not okay to solve your problems with your fists. Okay? That's what I've taught him, and it's perfectly fine. So maybe that's what WWE is doing. They present the show, but then they remind the kids out there, listen, just because you're seeing this doesn't mean this is how you solve your problems. See what I'm saying? Yes, he has a name, Rebecca. I've said his name here before, haven't I? Yep. What else you guys got? Again, listen, folks, I tell you guys every time we go live here, I miss a lot of comments. I don't do it intentionally. I've got the feed on my phone. My eyes kind of suck, so I'm watching the laptop for the comments. I get this much on the laptop and this much on the phone, right? So I tend to miss quite a few comments. Don't ever take disrespect to that. Rebecca says, think Chris and Cody goes time limit and goes to judges and they can't decide. Oh, that would be interesting. It'd be different, right? Miss Lopez is here, right? So, yeah, what's up? Gosh, you took all day, right? Troy, I'm sorry, man. Troy, hit me with something. I'll answer it for you before we get out of here. Fiend versus Brock versus Adam Cole Survivor Series. That'd be interesting. Adam Cole get killed. You imagine? God. Brock could pick up Adam Cole and hit the Fiend with him. Cesaro should join Imperium. God, freaking Danny did it again. I love that. Oh, I love that so much. That's officially my new favorite thing to love today. That's great. Yes. Digging it. Jamel says, Le Champion. Chris Jericho. We're going to have so much fun next week. We got shirts coming. I got Moxie's shirt from New Japan. It says Mox across the chest. It's my favorite one. And the boy got the little bit of the bubbly shirt. We're going to take pics. It's going to be fun. Fun times. Let's see. What else? Troy, you got a chance here to hit me with something, man. Come on now. Shock the system. Yeah. So, he's fun to watch live, by the way. If you've never seen Adam Cole live, it's a good day. It's a good night. It's a good match for sure. I love that guy. Oh, Miss Lopez, no worries. Please go back. I hope you and your daughter are well, by the way. I saw the pics. They were awesome. Troy says, I love your shows, buddy. You go above and beyond to keep us all in the loop, and you're a good man. Deserve more recognition. God, Troy, freaking thank you, man. That was freaking awesome of you, dude. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate admiration like you have no idea. It's great. Thank you, man. That was awesome. Callahan versus Jericho. Yeah, I'm not high on Callahan. I got to be honest with you. I'm just not. When a guy is talented and he doesn't need to do certain things, but he does them anyway for attention or for shock, I'm like, you're already talented. I guess he's got his niche. He's a niche guy. You know what I mean? Fiend versus Aleister Black at TLC. I don't hate that either. I think Black would be the one guy that wouldn't back up from him. Right? Like Seth was doing. See where Finn said he would take AOP for backup and take his own Balor Club. That'd be interesting, right? That'd be cool. Am I seeing Terminator? After T2, I lost track of the whole franchise. They did a bunch of other movies and TV shows and stuff. And I'm not saying I won't catch it when it comes out digitally, but I don't know if I'm going to go to the theater and see it. Lance says UK title is the best title right now. NXT is the second. Well, there you go. I love that UK Championship. Chip, I'm not Sammy's friend. I know who you're talking to, pal. There'll be somebody at SmackDown, Sandy. Don't you worry. Shane says NXT will compete at Survivor Series along with Raw and SmackDown. That'll be great, man. Is it me or does Buddy look like Aleister Black minus tats? Yeah, I can kind of see that. Rebecca says, joy and watch wrestling this show and all the interactions with others. Thank you for that. Rebecca, you're so welcome. Thank you for hanging out, man. It means a lot. I did see The Joker. We talked about The Joker here on the show a couple weeks ago, I think. It was an interesting film. Very intense. AAP versus Rocket Viking Raiders. We're all waiting for that one, aren't we? What do I think about Edge coming back for another run? I think if Edge is healthy and wants to do it, his family life is his business. His physical health is his business. And if he wants to do it, go with God. And if he wants to stay retired, go with God as well. I'm for whatever the cat wants to do. I like him a lot. So this one starts at the end of T2. Well, you know what? I might could get into that then. Jamel says, hope the Usos are on tonight. You know, if the Usos are cleaned up, no more shenanigans with the alcohol, fine. Leave the drugs alone. Leave the alcohol alone, folks. I'm sorry. Don't preach, Tom. I get it. But, I am the age I am. It's none of your business. I've never taken a drink of alcohol in my entire life. I'm straight edge. That's the truth. The only alcohol I've ever had in my system is NyQuil from when I was dog sick. I've never smoked a cigarette. I've never taken a drug. I've had prescription medication for various injuries over the years. That's all you boys ever had. That doesn't mean I hold myself in a higher regard than anybody else here or anybody else I come into contact with in my daily life. It just means that I choose to go a different path. I have my reasons for that, reasons that you guys have heard before. I won't get into it now. I'm straight edge. I was straight edge before I knew there was even a term for it. Okay? So there you go. Just how I roll. Just me talking. Jason, well, good for you, man. We got some other straight edge people here. That's cool. Yeah. You shouldn't do anything when you drive, for sure. Yeah. Leave crap out your mouth. And out your nose. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Well, Shorty G rocking Naomi's arm sleeves last night. So, Jason, I hate to end the show on Shorty G. Michael Cole and Corey Graves last night, or yesterday, put over Chad Gable. Because I refuse to call him Shorty G. It's not going to happen. This young man has embraced who he is. He's heard the hate, and he's embraced it. Vince is backstage, and we're going, you tell him that Cole, he's embraced it. He's taken the hate, and he's making it the best of it. This guy was an amateur wrestling champion. World-class athlete, folks. But apparently we forgot all that, and now he's just some schmuck who got made fun of. But by golly, he's going to turn around and, oh, shucks, Paul, he's going to make something in his life. Just you wait and see. He's a little engine that could. Only in WWE, baby. Only in Vince McMahon's world does this happen. This would never work in another company. It's not working now. This would never fly in another company. They have a way of taking a big, bucket full of garbage, hot garbage, and giving it to an employee, to a superstar, and saying, "This smells like roses. Can't you smell it?" And if it'll smell like roses tomorrow. Trust us. Just hang in there with us, pal. We got you. And they fall for it. I don't want to say fall for it. They believe it. Because they got faith in themselves. And they know that they can do it. They know that they can get stuff over. They know what they're capable of. They know that they're going to work hard to get there. They're going to take what the company gives them. He's taking what the company's giving him. Period. This might wreck him. When the day comes that he's out of WWE, this might wreck his run as a pro wrestler. Would you book the guy called Shorty G if you're a wrestling promoter? Be honest. Even if you could put on your poster, former WWE superstar. Shorty G? Really? Come on. Shane Helms. But Philip, Shane Helms, that was Shane. That was Hurricane. That was him, right? That was him doing it. He was as much Hurricane as he was Shane Helms. This guy got ridiculed for his height. And they ran with it. Because Vince McMahon thinks that stuff is funny. Hurricane stuff wasn't done because someone teased him. Austin made a comment about his Green Lantern tattoo. And it kind of culminated from there. It escalated from there, I guess you could say. It's different, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Christopher says, so you, pal. You're totally right. All right, folks. Holy cow, we went a little bit longer today than we usually do. All right, folks. So listen, before we get out of here, WrestlingRumors.net, TheFloorSeat.com, TheChairshot.com. That's where your boy hangs out. How come you're not hanging out with me? Please stay tuned to my social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay? Announcements coming up about the new promotion I'm involved with. Not going to tell you the name. It's a secret. Shh. Please stay tuned for that. If any of you live in North Carolina, or South Carolina, and you want to come see a fantastic pro wrestling show that is going to knock your socks off, man, please give me a hit. All right? Hit me on direct message. Let's talk. Okay? Because I'll hook you up with a date, and we'll get the location to you soon. For real. If you're in North or South Carolina, hit me. Message me. Let's do this. Because I'd love for you to come to the show. And all the shows we do. That's going to be fun. Trust me when I tell you, it's going to be a blast. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys had fun today. Thank you for listening there at home in podcast land. Thank you for watching today in Facebookville. That doesn't make any sense. I'm Tom Clark. This was the main event. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be back next week. Should be back next week. Shouldn't be any issues. If there are, I will let you know ahead of time. Trust me when I tell you that. So I appreciate everyone hanging in there today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for always being there for me and for giving us your undivided attention. It means a lot. Go read my stuff. And again, it's always appreciated. I'm getting out of here. You guys have a great day. Have an even better weekend. And by the way, today, my Christmas tree goes up. Ho, 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 baby. I can't wait. I'm not even making that up. I'm getting out of here. Everybody have a good day. We'll see you next time. There he is. On Tom Clark's Main Event.